It's been a hard ride. It's been a long way to get here, but the headlight is still shining bright and clear. Don't cry over spilled milk, over what I've lost and all I missed. Some dreams unfulfilled but not taken off the list. Set fire to all that's frozen. Winter will pass. My will is not yet broken. The whole dies last. 20 times colder, while the flame is still alive. A million miles bolder, and I'm still on top of this long and never-ending ride. Set fire to all that's frozen. Winter will pass. My will is not yet broken. Hope dies last, yeah.
Academy of Tone 277. Yeah, we have to switch off the vocal mic and a lot of other things here. Yeah, with Oliver Hartmann. And he's here with his new single and the new album.
Right.
20 times colder.
Yeah.
That's what's coming up next in winter. Right?
What's coming up next in winter?
Yeah.
Not really winter. It's coming out now, next week on the 19th of September.
Yeah.
And it's it's called 20 times colder, and it's the 20th anniversary album of my band Hartmann. We started in 2005 with the album. We don't need it. In 2005 with the album Out in the Cold back then, and this is the 10th studio album. 11 all in all with the live album.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why it's called 20 times colder. It's not the only reason, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great album. I could listen to a few tracks already, which you sent me. I'm spoiled on that side. We had just had a jam on this track, and what I always like about you, man, you are such a great singer.
Thank you.
I mean, we had the pleasure to play together at the Guitar Summit. When was that? I don't know.
2019. I just watched somehow the video a few days ago as a memory on Facebook of that Guitar Summit of 2019.
See,
with Paul Gilbert and Billy Sheen and Pete Thorne and Hendrik Freischlader.
Henrik Freischlader. Do you remember any of the others? It's
a Swedish guitar player of P.A.F.s. I don't remember his name. Sorry, guy. I'm really sorry.
No.
Great guitar player.
Great guitar players, yeah. But you already have been here at the Academy of Tone several times.
Yes.
At the very beginning, I found an episode. I think, Lucas, maybe you can show the graphics. I don't really. Was it 12? A very early one. I mean, now it's 277. You know, for me, it's like unbelievable. When I started the whole thing, I thought, maybe we do 50 episodes.
Yeah,
what you tell after that.
You never know what is happening.
Yeah. So here we can see there's episode 16, it actually was.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Then...
I look pretty young there. Yeah.
Well, you always look young.
Thank you for the flowers.
Okay, yeah, well, oh my dear.
But it's funny, the Marshall we have there, this red one.
Yeah.
I just did a post today of one of the really first concerts in 2006.
Right.
With my band Hartmann. We've been on tour as support for Toto.
Yeah.
For the tour in Europe. Not all dates, but a few of them. And I just found today a picture that I posted on Facebook exactly with this
Marshall. Yeah. And I remember exactly this episode 62 with the white Marshall. Lucas was here the first time, and we had the AB comparison with the Mercury, and Lucas didn't know what was going on, and he was totally laughing because I was switching and nobody could tell any difference. This was like
we do.
Yeah. So this was something about episode 62. Do we have memories?
When was it?
I have no. Well, and then there's here's 25 is the one with the Guitar Summit, because
with Billy Sheen,
and Ralf Guske on drums. I can see.
Yeah. Great drummer.
And well, we have a thing that we do several times, because you are the master. For me, always the guy that played Les Paul style guitars more than I did with my lousy Strat.
Not always.
Yeah.
It's got a history. I came from Stratocasters as a shredding kid.
Yeah.
Playing all the shred stuff of the 80s and with the stuff that I grew up with.
Yeah.
But then later I found out, for me, because of the handling of the guitar, the neck angle and many other things, also the sound, that it's a perfect combination for me.
Yeah. Well, talking about perfect combination, I see your pedal board, and the funny thing is, I put it somewhere. The Amp X was in the room, and the Amp X and the Oliver's pedal board are pretty much the same size. Anyway, I'm looking for my mobile phone. I will show that another time. The other thing what I like about your trustworthy M1, it's really dirty. It's like my Strat.
This is a rock and roll pedal.
Yeah. So you have been gigging with this for a couple of years now.
Many times, of course. It has been cleaned in between, but I'm on the road with this pedal, so like every week. For many shows, and of course I sometimes switch pedals depending on the project that I'm playing with. But this is normally the main board that I'm using, and for me it's important as a singing guitar player to keep it simple and small, because I don't want to sing and then step and don't find the right program, and so I have to know where everything is, and I have to push my foot blind on it.
Yeah. So you use the preset mode here okay, let's talk a little bit about those guitars. You hold a Nex Guitars, but I know you played Les Paul style guitars before there even was Nex Guitars by our mutual dear friend.
Peter Wolf and
Peter
Joe
Wolf.
Nex.
Of course. We know Peter Wolf. I know Peter Wolf as a guy who worked at a music shop in
Pro Sound
Koblenz. Yeah.
I got a funny story for that. The first band that I was playing in, it wasn't even the same a professional band. It was just a hobby band, like 4 people meeting 2 times or 3 times a week, playing down in a vault and covering songs. And then we drove to Pro Sound, and I've been 16 years old. And we drove there to buy a mixing desk. What was it? 1602 war von...
Was it Mackie?
No,
it was Soundcraft or something.
No, the beige one. How's it called?
Solton maybe.
Nee,
German brand.
Nee, Mitek.
Metec.
Metec.
Yeah, okay.
A Metec
a mixing console.
FOH console, right? And looked for reverb as already like 19 sol. And but as a spring reverb, it was a spring reverb in 19 sol, and it was 1986.
Yeah,
and so we've been there, and that's where I first met him.
Yeah,
and years later, then I remember this was the guy
exactly
with a bald head back then already, who sold us all this stuff.
Yeah. I have the same experience. I was driving there to buy my first real Fender Stratocaster, and which was the shittiest of them all. And Peter Wolf sold it to me. But
he's a good seller.
He's a good seller, yeah. But I mean, he's a nice guy.
Absolutely.
He couldn't change anything because back in those days, the Fender Strats were really shitty.
Yeah. Back then you could just say like it is like it is.
Yeah.
And that's why of course like brands as Tokai. And then later on, Squire, manufactured in Japan by Fujigen.
Yeah, they had better quality.
Yeah. It wasn't that hard to do a better quality, but they were really good.
Yeah. So when it comes to the Les Paul or the Les Paul style guitars, what is your thing? I mean, my thing is, I have been bitten by the vintage bug. It's like, okay, I want my 57/59 vintage tone.
Yeah.
And I never really play live with Les Paul. I've done probably 2 or 3 shows only with the Les Paul. And then I was only playing Les Paul because switching is hard for me then.
It's possible, but you really need 2 guitars that work with each other with this amplifier.
Yeah,
and not every combination works.
So I was playing a Santana set in a Woodstock concert, and then I was playing this Les Paul. And then I played a Les Paul night. Of course, I couldn't play a Strat. And that's so.
Just cut off the cutaway then of the Strat. No.
I put in my whammy bar. But this guitar, and my other.
This one is a really great guitar. I know this one from week 1 when you first had it on the music fair in Frankfurt, and I thought like, this is a fucking great guitar.
Yeah, but I'm still, up until today, not 100% satisfied because my reference are the best vintage Les Pauls ever. And this is why this is why I was changing the bridge to a vintage old 60s.
I did the same with some guitars.
And I found this makes a lot of difference.
Absolutely.
The next thing, of course, is pickups. This is a new pickup set by Andreas Kloppmann, and I have to show you. Since I own this pickup measurement device, which is so cool, I can actually make measurements and graphs very easily. And what I can measure is either the pickups, but then I have to unsolder them, which you don't do to the 59.
No, you don't do it.
but I can also measure the whole electronics, including the pickup and the pots. And that's already...
Pots are really important.
Exactly. And this is what I can see. So what I have here are all... so this is my little story. This is an original 57 and a 59, which is the neck pickup. Then I have the Kloppmann version of that, which is getting...
It all sounds very similar, but there are little differences, right?
They are still a little different. This is the bridge, so I can make graphs of that. Then I have different pickups. Comparisons.
Okay.
And I have the Kloppmann, which is not having the right peak, which is stuff that...
Depending on the guitar.
Yeah. But
not for what you want, right?
I know. I won't know exactly what I want, so...
I'm sure.
What I really want. Tell me what you want. What I really want. Genau. So, and then I can go into the single measurement of the pickup itself with all the detailed data and so on. And what I have...
what is, I mean, really important, except this normal, let's say, resistance that I measure too with each
a coil.
Each coil, yeah. Like measuring each coil, then putting it together, having the full resistance of the pickup.
Yeah.
Also maybe the material of the pole pieces.
Yeah. That all
of the wire itself. Many things, but that's not everything. There's so many little things that make sound, like the phase between the two coils. It's so important.
Yeah. And all that stuff matters. And my point is, even though I pay so much attention to the detail of pickups, I tell you guys out there, the pickups are important. Yes, no doubt. But even if I had exactly the same pickup, like from that 59 or 57 Les Paul, and would put it in this 68 guitar, it would be a different guitar.
Yeah. You can't say that it doesn't work, but you can say that it's totally different. So I found out for me, especially during these COVID times, where I had lots of time, unfortunately, but I've started to use it to really work on finding out what is the right hardware, like if aluminium or brass or die-cast is maybe the right material for this for the tailpiece, for the bridge and many other things. Pickups and pots. And I really found out that there's capacitors, of course, yeah. But for me, I found out, as you said, it's not. There is no holy grail. That's wrong. You have a guitar. You have to see how it sounds, pure without an amplifier. Then you have to see where maybe the resonances are, the frequencies of the guitar, and then when you're a little experienced, then you can maybe know things with your experience and the pickups you already know during the last like 20 or 30 years, which could be the right match. Pickup for the guitar.
A good match.
A good match.
Yeah, and then you have to do it, and then you see. Sometimes
sometimes you think it works and it doesn't work at all.
Exactly. And sometimes you make this actually fits together.
You don't even know why.
And for me,
that's what it makes so good. So interesting. I love it.
I think in the end,
I hate the work, but I love it.
Yeah, but I mean, I learned how to swap pickups in this guitar. I can do this really fast by now. And I'm very excited to go through all these stages and see if I can, for me, get closer to my ideal sound. And as you told me, the guitar is pretty good. And I think it even improved over the years by playing, but also by changing little things here and there. So
1 millimeter of the bridge, or 1 millimeter of the tailpiece can do so much. Or of the screws.
Here I have a little experiment talking about the hardware on this guitar, which is my 72 or. Do you know?
While you explain, I drink.
What year is this? Do you know by the serial number?
The serial numbers of this phase, it's difficult to say, but as far as I know, because I had this guitar, I think it's a 71 or 72.
Okay.
When you come down to the serial number, it should be like a 71, 72. But you can see when you open up the electrics, and then you see it on the pots. And I did it to see what it is. So I wanted to buy it. Why didn't you sell it?
Well,
he didn't want to sell it.
Yeah,
not even to me.
Yeah, I mean, I told you.
But he knows why. He's a clever guy.
I told you are the only guy that I would sell this guitar to, because I know you would. But then there came the metal guys, and the metal guys, I needed a Les Paul, and this Les Paul is like too vintage. And with the Mini-Humbuckers, I have more clarity. And this
I love these guitars.
Me too.
I got two of them.
I learned about this guitar from you, but also from the metal things. So this is a tool for me that I kind of, when I think about what do I play when I need some chuck, that guitar is king. And it has also a lot of cool high end. What I have,
because during that time, even if it's a sandwich body that makes, let's say, a little different sound, than a one-piece body or a two-piece body with a normal. But these mini-humbuckers.
Yeah.
This was kind of, let's say, leftovers in the late 60s, where they said at Gibson, we have these leftovers from Epiphone, let's use them for a cheaper guitar with not that much of shaping.
Yeah.
In the top and many other things. Let's use smaller parts of wood that we still have that we can't use for anything.
Right.
And let's make good guitars. Or let's make guitars. And this was the result. Yeah.
And it's a happy accident.
Yeah. Especially the neck pickup. This is something you don't have with a humbucker.
Yeah.
You can. I once asked Häusel, who's a great pickup builder, to build me a pickup with really low output, like just 5.5 kilo.
Yeah.
And a little different pole piece material, to really have a high clarity and lots of highs. But it's different because the measure of the pickup.
Yeah.
That picks up the tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's smaller.
It's more narrow.
Yeah. It's a narrow band.
Yeah. And that's
more narrow band.
closer to what a single coil is.
Exactly.
And this, all these little details you can hear, and
it's the same with the P90. It's like P90 is like a big single coil.
Yeah. Here's one thing. Of course, I checked everything on this guitar. I have an original Gibson RBR1 bridge. On this guitar, I was checking out Gerhard Schwarz, St. Helens bridge. This guy is crazy. He was.
Yeah, you told about him. Yeah.
He analyzes all the original materials.
I have to call him.
I spoke with him. I connect you guys because you are somebody who really understands that stuff as well.
Yeah.
And what I have done is a very easy pre-check. I mean, that's the aluminium thing,
that's a good one.
and this is
die-cast.
Yeah. So he goes onto the nerd level,
And it's nickel-plated brass.
yes,
Then? Yeah.
And he will come to this studio eventually after the summit, and he will talk about all the details because he analyzed. It needs to be not the soft brass or the other brass, whatever. He told me all the stuff I forgot about, but he was really into the vintage sound and tone, and this is what he was trying to get from his bridge. And what I have done is a little video where I swapped the original bridge, which is already pretty cool, to this bridge. Let's watch that little video and maybe you can hear a difference. I think you do.
I'm curious.
with no amp, just as it is, and I simply swapped the bridge. And let's put it in these words: it is a difference. If you don't hear a difference, I'm happy for you, because then you can play anything.
It also depends on how to say the musical style that you play. Not everything is so important for certain sounds.
Yeah. What I, for me, I would was in, or still am interested in the pure vintage sound, in this 57, 59 sound. This is where my hero guitar live. Okay, so and in the set from Gerhard, we have different components.
Yeah.
Maybe you can tell us about what materials you would expect to be original, and what they are doing.
As far as I can see here, everything he did is close or exactly as the original. This one is a very light aluminum tailpiece.
Yeah.
And this also does something with the sound. You normally on normal, let's say, standard Les Pauls, especially during the, let's say, late 70s or mid 70s, 80s, 90s, and also later, they use die-cast. It's working. It's okay. Yeah. But if you want a very, let's say, airy vintage tone, you have to use an aluminum tailpiece, because it's
a part of the sound.
It's a part of the sound. I mean, it's easy to explain. It's light, so a very light material doesn't transport bass that much as heavier material, as for example brass or die-cast. Die-cast is maybe, let's say, the material with the most less sustain. Yeah. But it can be okay for certain guitars.
Yeah.
When we're talking about die-cast, when you come to the bridge, not from the tailpiece, when you come to the bridge, this is a die-cast tailpiece, and as far as I can see, he used brass saddles. What makes a big difference to the sound. Most brands use die-cast for the bridges, but then they also use die-cast for the saddles. It's working fine, especially for certain sounds. But if you're looking for a authentic vintage sound and not with too much ping in the tone, then you have to use brass. And then it does make a big difference what material you have for a bridge. I did the same to many guitars, and as you said, it's the same. You can't say you have to use this bridge and then the guitar is sounding great, or the way you want it to sound. You have to know the guitar, and you have to know or expect where you want to go. I also have tried out pure brass bridges from ABM, German a brand who's doing very precise and great stuff. It depends on the guitar. But this is how it should be when it comes to
authentic vintage. So this is the RBR1 bridge, and what are these?
This is very interesting. on most, let's say, standard Les Pauls during the last decades, these screws have been made of die-cast too, die-cast screws, and working fine, perfectly. But if you want to have a very fast tone, and a very precise tone with a very precise bass, you have to use a steel. And you can see it. It's an easy test. You can do it at home if you want to find out if you have die-cast. Aluminium, I don't think this in aluminium would really work, and not for a long time. And you can see this is steel. It's magnetic. So, and what most people maybe don't know is it's not only because of the screws, it's also because of these, how are they called in English? Studs.
No? Studs. So, and these kind of connect to the wood. They come into the wood.
This is the direct connection to the wood, from the wood of the guitar to let's say, to these screws, in the end to this tailpiece, the last part of the string. And if you change, okay, if you want to change these ones, better go to a guitar builder. It's not that easy to do, and you really have to know what to do because you can really hurt or let's say fuck up your guitar.
So and these guys, these are the ones where the bridge is mounted to. And what I found interesting is that this little screw transports
everything of the bridge.
So that is
because this is the part where the string starts to ring,
to vibrate.
Vibrate.
And so the vibration is kind of going from the bridge through these screws into the body. And I mean, it's a lousy design, but it's part of the sound. You know, I have seen guitars with way bigger screws. I mean, you know, some people.
It's okay, but it sounds different.
It's a different sound. You know, so
it's the easy thing when you compare, let's say, a 60s Les Paul, with a 70s Les Paul, where they changed to German parts from Schaller. Where they have a totally different construction, where you also have these kind of studs in the wood for the bridge, and much bigger screws.
Bigger diameter.
It's working fine. It's good sounding, but it's
sound. It's a different
sound.
So.
And when it comes to the material, the original material of these ones of the screw itself, the stud, is steel. And these screws here is brass. It's brass. Also makes it different what kind of screws you use under the bridge, because everything vibrates
in a different way.
It also depends on. It's very interesting if you tighten things like certain brands do it. Like when you can tighten bridges to the screw. That everything is really tight together. Or if like guitar builders, as for example Jörg Tandler would say, like keep it loose, as loose as possible, and don't over tighten it. The same with the tailpiece. Many people take this tailpiece with the screws and put the screws down till the end, until even the wood starts to break. You know? It's the wrong way. Leave them a little bit out of the wood and out of these studs. And the guitar will ring better, because it's the same with the wood. When you take wood and really glue it with pressure, a lot of pressure, too much pressure, then you lose resonance.
By the way, from the Stratocaster, I can tell it makes a huge difference if your vibrato or tremolo system is touching the surface of the body, or is it if it's floating? Mine is floating, and
mine too.
And I like.
I'm
the
also
sound.
playing Stratocasters.
See, and you have a baby blue one, right? Or did or you still have that?
The really first one I had from Jörg Tandler has been Baby Blue when I got it.
See, I know you with that guitar.
I was looking for old pictures during the last 2 to 3 days, and I found that picture from the first music fair in Frankfurt in '91, where I played for Jörg Tandler, where he said, like, play for the music fair and you will get that guitar for a very small
amount of money.
And then I wasn't satisfied with the color during that time, because I was a rock guy, a metal guy. And so like, can we do it like Olympic white? and he did it. And nowadays I would be happy to have it in the original baby blue color. And still have pictures from that fair. Really funny.
Hey, shall we listen to one of the Tandler guitars?
Of course. We're talking about Jörg, and we can really say that as a little explanation, me and Jörg really come from the same small town close to Frankfurt.
So
we somehow grew up together. He's a few years older than me, like 3 or 4 years. So it was a different scene. He had his guys, I had my guys, but then when I was 16 or 17, when it came to building a new Floyd Rose tremolo into a power strut back then, I was asking guys in music shops, and they were saying, I go to Jörg Tandler. And he must have been like, 19 or 20.
Very young.
Very young guy, and he did it. And so we got to know each other, and then later he started to build his own brand.
And I heard about you through Jörg. actually.
Okay.
Yeah, back in those days, it's like because I was also one of his customers with my first fake Strats. I forced him into copying vintage Strats. He didn't want to do that. And I said,
he wanted to do his own thing.
Yeah,
I can understand.
I can totally understand that. But for me, you know, I wanted to have, give me a maple Strat. And he did it. And actually the Guitarists upstairs is killer. And I have an acoustic guitar. So Jörg is a great guy building great guitars. And yeah, this is his take on a Les Paul.
Yeah, this is, how to say, this was the third guitar that he built for me. The second one was kind of a, let's say, power Strat with a humbucker and two single coils, like HSS. And also with not with the real Floyd Rose, but with a 2-point vintage tremolo of Wilkinson. And yeah, a typical power Strat. And this was the guitar because I always wanted to have a really good Les Paul. I had a few ones before, not bad ones, all good guitars, but I somehow wanted to have this one perfect vintage Les Paul guitar. And I think it was in 2004 when I first asked him to build one, and it took around like 1.5 or 2 years. It's nothing special for Jörg, but it was really worth to wait for that guitar.
Yeah, it was
because he really asked me like how do you want to let the guitar sound? He knows so much about not only hardware pickups where we've been talking about. He knows so much about wood
because he is
finish, lacquer, glue, and everything.
He is a luthier.
Absolutely.
He kind of learned it.
The best German guitar builders.
Yeah. So he knows wood and he knows all that stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, it hurts when people say wood doesn't matter. You know, it's like, come on, guys. Let's play a few notes. Do we have signal, or did I kill you? Ah, maybe that's.
You killed me. You killed me.
Here we go.
It's not so far away from the guitar that I played earlier on that song, the Nex Guitar. Like when you turn it off, you can really, I don't know if you can hear that, but when you touch the strings, the guitar is ready there. You don't have to really push or play hard. It's already there. You don't have to really play hard. It's a very, very fast guitar and a very fat sounding Les Paul. It's not the ones that really bite. It's got around like 4 kilos, which is, in my opinion, perfect for Les Paul. But it's got very, very light mahogany. It's really light. You can hear that. But it's got a very, very heavy hard maple top. And he explained to me that hard maple tops sometimes react different. Like when you have hard maple, it also sounds a little harder, a little harsher, more harsh in the highs. But as heavier as it gets, there's somewhere a point where it switches to a very fat sound, but still having the enough highs that you need for cutting through. And this is really what this guitar has. When you turn down the pots here, turn it close to clean. Wiring. We already talked about the wiring. Let's spare this out, and otherwise we sit here at 11 still. Let's say typical Les Paul bite. It's got enough presence and highs, but not too much where you say like, there's some frequency that hurts.
Can I play it
for
a second?
Of course.
I had one of those myself too, a black one. I had to sell it because I bought this, you
can't have it all? Sometimes.
I mean, I fucking have not the money. I mean, I knew when I sold that guitar that I sell a very good guitar. So
I think I still know it.
Yeah, but I mean,
it's fucking fast.
Yeah. And great
direct
tone.
attack and it's got that gak in the tone, but not the geek that I don't like. This certain frequencies in the presences, like somewhere between like 3K and 4K, depending on where it is of the guitar. That you don't know where to turn it off in the mix when you mix guitars in a production. And this one, you just switch it to an amplifier. The M1, an old Marshall, a Fender, whatever, and you don't have. It works. It works. You don't have to do anything.
Yeah, everything is at the right place where you expect it to be, and Bob is my uncle.
Cheers.
I have more beer, by the way.
Besides the fact that we know each other for decades, I'm really happy that I asked him to build this guitar. There's just one thing that I changed. Compared to the original one that I got, the original one had Fralin pickups in it. The old ones that are really great because they have certain mids that many other P.A.F. replicas don't have. And they sounded great, but I wanted a different kind of tone for this guitar, and changed to Häusel P.A.F.s, and especially with the P.A.F. also. By special request from Jörg Tandler, with a neck pickup with less wiring that you normally have. So this is just around like 7.2 kilo ohm or 6.9. I don't know it anymore, but it works perfectly with a big bridge pickup that is, let's say, a little overwound. And it's close to 9 kilo ohm, what is pretty much for P.A.F. Like as much as wire as you can
put on the coils.
On the coil, And this combination is working perfectly
in this guitar. It makes.
And there's one thing that I changed, and I know that Jörg Tandler, he hates me for that because he loves fat necks. And he gave me this guitar, and I came from Strats and smaller necks and.
I see in the chat somebody wants to
measure the pickups.
Of course. I measure the curve. Okay, wait a minute. So in 4 seconds we can.
So this is the replica of the bridge pickup is the replica of, let's say, a P.A.F., Gibson P.A.F., original P.A.F., overwound version with an Alico 5.
Let me see if I was too late. Now we have the full graph. So, okay. So guys, where is my curve of a 59 P.A.F.? We had the bridge. Okay, bridge.
That's depending on the.
Yeah. Okay. That's a Klopman bridge, but as we can see, these are pretty similar.
It's not that far away.
Wait a minute. Can I have one of the original 57 or 59? 59 bridge here. So, I can see something. The original one is even skinnier. The peak is a little bit. But hey, it's
still a fat pickup.
See, so this is a little bit fatter than the original vintage original specs. But hey, this is all stuff that you might want.
That also comes from the winding, because normally on a normal vintage P.A.F. from like 57, 58, 59, you normally don't have 9 kilo ohm. This just was something that sometimes happened by chance when somebody forgot to stop the machine. This happened. Then they had close to 9 kilo ohm but this is really a lot because with 9 kilo ohm, you still have to do the tape around, and you still have to solder on this cap, and it's getting difficult at a certain point.
It is tight. Here we have a question from Fabio 4. Which guitars and amps did you use on the first Avantasia DVD 2008? Was this a Black Beauty and a Sunburst?
Yeah.
And what amps did you use in 2008?
In 2008, I used...
BluGuitar didn't exist.
No. I used a 78 Black Beauty, a Les Paul Custom, that I still have.
Okay.
It's very funny. It's got a little thinner body, like 2-3 millimeters less. But it's a great guitar. It's that series from the late 70s where they used mahogany for the body, maple tops, and maple necks. Many people don't like this series with the maple necks, but for the customs, it's the same guitar as John Sykes used for Thin Lizzy, and it's got a certain sound, that combination. Yeah,
and it's
got something that works for rock, hard rock.
Heavy. Especially with gain, it's super tight.
Super tight, lots of presences, but not too much.
Yeah.
And I used this guitar as a main guitar for this tour. And I also had this one for 2 songs. I still remember I had this on tour. And what else did I have? I had... I don't know anymore. I have to watch the DVD. But the amplifiers were a Marshall single channel, early 80s. This typical 2203.
Yeah.
With the outputs
bridged.
Not bridged.
Cascaded.
Not horizontal, like vertical. The earlier series. A great amplifier for rhythm stuff. I used, I think, what did I use? I use a booster. What was it? Give me a few minutes to remember what I used as a booster. But I boosted this sound. And for solo sounds, I used a stiletto of Mr. Boogie. During that time, I had an endorsement with Mr. Boogie, and stiletto was, let's say, the most Marshall-esque amp of Mr. Boogie for high gain sounds. Not only high gain, also for let's say vintage style sounds, these typical 80s sounds, but also for high gain sounds. And this one was working perfectly for solo and really high gain sounds. I have to remember what kind of boost did I use? I don't know.
Well, there's a question. Are you coming to Guitar Summit Saturday?
No, because I'm on tour. I'm on tour. On this day, I will be on tour, and I will be at Kolossal Aschaffenburg.
Okay. You know what? We continue with the guitar in a second. Let's go for the tour, because we mentioned the tour. I mean, 20 Times Colder, the album, and there's the tour about this. And here we have the dates.
Look at these 4 old guys.
Well, I see. There's one of the louder drummers.
No. Not the loudest one, but he's got the biggest drums. He's maybe got the biggest bass drum that I've ever seen.
Has he 26 or what is it?
No, it's 28.
28.
I think the one that he uses now for many live gigs is already 30 or something.
Really?
It's something you normally use for street things, like like this one.
Yeah.
And you turn it into a bass drum. It sounds great.
Yeah.
But it's a very, very unique sound.
So these are the tour dates with Hartmann.
Like Bonham 3.0.
Yeah, of course. I mean, he wears the Bonham hat as well.
But he's a great player.
Markus Kuhlmann.
Great player. He's also got a very, very good sound when it comes to studio work.
Yeah.
He knows exactly how snares sound if you use like brass or aluminium or whatever. He knows that.
So, and these are your tour gigs. We will talk about the clubs later on, but check out if you have the chance to come to one of those gigs, Nuremberg, Dortmund, Worpswede. We talk about this later. But you see,
and what I wanted to say is that we talked about that in the beginning. The album, the normal release date is the 19th of September, the official release date, but not on the festival that we play first, on the 13th in Altenkrona, the Cinerock Festival, not on this one, but in Nuremberg at the Hirsch. This would be, let's say, the kickoff of the tour with the full set list, the full set list. 2-hour set list. We also will have a special guest on a few shows. On this one, it will be Chris Bay of Freedom Call, for all the guys who like metal but with an acoustic guitar. He's playing solo.
Cool.
Great guy.
Yeah.
And on the 17th, we will already offer everybody at the merchandise the CD, and if you want signed with a cross or with the real sign, or whatever.
Come to Oliver and you will get, you are the first one. So this is in Nuremberg, Dortmund, Worpswede and so on, Bensheim, Waldbronn, I played in Bonn. Yeah. I have my gigs also, which is funny because I will play Stumpfsche Reithalle. This is the day before the Deutsche Einheit on the 3rd of October.
Are you starting in October?
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing on here before Guitar Summit, because Guitar Summit is
important for you.
I'm there. I'm at Guitar.
I would really love to be there, and I was thinking about to somehow make it on this Sunday. Yeah, but it doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. Then I play Hockenheim, the Pumpwerk. With a band gallery. We do this kind of every year. Then we play Kaiserslautern, Kamgarn with the Blues Anarchy, because there's a blues festival. We can't play rock anarchy, you know. And
so you just switched the band band's name.
The band name and the thing. What do you need a bottle? Oh, come on here. I have a. Whatever.
I'm the working guy here.
And what I do is very clever, because I'm simply, you know, instead of playing. See, and I make everything a shuffle and play blues. And
Why not?
And that's Blues Anarchy. It works too. It's so funny.
Not everything always when it comes to music, not everything always has to be so serious.
Yeah.
A very important thing about music is having fun.
Exactly.
To entertain people and to see that entertainment and to just have a good time.
Yeah. And there's something on the list. Can we see the list again of the gigs? You know, there's the Blues Anarchy. There was the gig in Hockenheim with the Pumpwerk. Then we play the Gleis 4 in Frankenthal, which is
I know that one, Frankenthal.
Deutsche Weinstraße. You know, the German wine street.
And we play there in another club.
And guess what? On October the 30th, I have a gig at the same place as you.
Right.
Because we both will play together,
right?
The Rock Anarchy and Hartmann.
With the same drummer, by the way.
With the same drummer. So he has to work double.
He has to work double, paid half.
Yes. And be the drummer of the day. No, I mean, we have to give him extra food.
Yeah. And extra towels.
Yes. So I'm really looking forward to that.
No, this is something, how to say, we've played a lot of times on the music fair or on the Guitar Summit,
right?
As we were talking about with Billy Sheen and Paul Gilbert. Great experiences, but we never really shared a gig together, a full gig with my band and with your band.
Yeah,
and I'm really looking forward. Also, to listen to your band and to maybe have something special in the end. To jam something together that we normally don't do, because everybody you and me is doing his own thing.
Right? Yeah. And is this the last gig of your tour? Right.
This is the last one.
See, so we are free. You know, this is the end of the tour gig. We can
drink and
we can
whatever.
drink, we can do Anarchy, we can do anything.
Anarchy.
So I'm
Anarchy in
drink
the,
Anarchy.
in the DE.
Well, so anyway, I'm looking forward for all this fun. Back to the Les Paul style guitars. Okay. Maybe I see the V, because this is a thing. Last week I was doing the Michael Schenker. Let's get the V out of the way,
I
because
saw that you were doing extra series where we were talking about V's, and we talked about it before.
And you brought yours.
I bought mine, and how to say, I love these guitars because of their sound.
Yeah.
And I don't like to play them when sitting. Nobody likes that. But even if you have this,
it's
it
a
doesn't
joke.
work.
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work. Some of these guitars had these like the Steinberger thing in the 80s, you know. But it looks shitty. It's not rock and roll. It's not rock and roll.
No, don't.
No. But this guitar is really good.
Sounds good.
And it sounds good. It's also due to the construction of the guitar.
Yeah.
Why this guitar? I wouldn't say sound good. It sounds so special.
Yeah.
Because on this part here, there's just less wood or just a little wood.
Yeah.
But here on the sides, there's so much wood.
Massive.
And also this old construction of the 58 Flying V.
Yeah.
This V here does something to the sound, because the strings go
through the
body.
Yeah.
It's the same when you talk about a Telecaster. A
A
Telecaster, the main sound or the difference between a Telecaster and a Stratocaster is the construction of the bridge.
Right. Yeah. So different.
Yeah. And I got a funny story with this one, because I had not this guitar, but the similar guitar of the same series in 1996 or 7. I bought it from a friend who was trading with guitars and amplifiers. I was doing the same during that time, so that you give me that and I get that, you know. And he gave me that guitar.
Yeah.
And at a certain point in my life, a few years later, I had to sell it because I simply needed money, moving, studio stuff to build up things, and so I unfortunately decided to sell the guitar for a. I thought high price. When you look at it now, it was like
too cheap,
just a joke.
Yeah.
But anyway, but then I was talking to Fred Häusel from Guitar Point, who's a good friend of mine since many years, and he's a big V lover, and he knows that I had this guitar, and the interesting thing about this one, it's called FF82. Yeah, and it was a special series they did in 1982 for the Music Fair in Frankfurt. They were just
Frankfurt Fair. Yeah.
They just did 100 Flying V's in white and 100 Explorers in white. And 80 of them, Explorers and Flying V's, were staying in Germany, and the other ones were exported to Switzerland. So this is one of, let's say, 80 guitars of German, or let's say 100 guitars of that series.
For
and
Europe,
it's really a great guitar, and I always hated myself for selling this guitar. And later, as I said, I was always talking to Fred, and he said, like, I see something. I saw something in an advertisement at eBay Kleinanzeigen. German, let's say, selling
platform.
What is it? And it said, like, I saw something half a year ago, and somebody is selling exactly this guitar. And during that time, I wasn't able to buy it because it was already like high priced. And he said, call this guy, take a look if it's still online. And it was still online. I called him. And the funny thing was, we met at a gas station at a certain point, I don't know, somewhere around Karlsruhe, on the highway.
A5 or what is it? Or
A5. A5. We met there at a gas station. At a big parking place, and I was waiting for him with my normal car, and he came with a big, not a truck, these kind of, let's say, these bobcats, these yellow bobcats.
Wow.
He came with that yellow bobcat, and I was like, is this guy? And he came there, and he just had this big bobcat and this guitar. Cool. In a case. And he said, like, here's the guitar, you can have it. And I tried. I said, like, yeah, this is a great guitar. And I don't play it very much in the studio, not very much live, but I love this guitar. We talked about it before.
Yeah.
When it comes to Flying Vs, you should have a certain, let's say, height to make it look good, like Wolf Hartmann, for example.
Yeah,
Or Rudolf Schenker, or Michael Schenker, of course.
Yeah.
He's one of these, let's say, Flying V players. I just saw him 3 weeks ago at Der Hirsch.
Ah, okay. That place where you play too.
Because Bodo Schopf, his actual drummer, he was playing drums on the first Hartmann album.
Yeah, and he's also playing on the Rock Anarchy album.
Yeah.
Same drummer. See,
great guy.
We have so many. Bodo.
And that's the story about this guitar. When I bought it, I had to have this guitar, but I didn't have much money during that time. But I had to have back this guitar, and then my father said, like, later on, I will give you the money. You don't have to pay for it. Wow. So, thanks in heaven to my father. He said, like, that's my present for you. So,
nice.
so this is something
nice, special,
very special for me. So I would never sell it.
Yeah.
Very nice guitar.
It looks so cool with the black and white, and
absolutely.
And the story is.
It's got a little bit of that, let's say, Michael Schenker thing or Scorpions thing. You know, Michael was the first one
to do such things with the black and white, because he couldn't decide if he likes the black one or the white one. So he put one together that is both.
Why not?
Yeah, no, but it's iconic, and it's a great sounding guitar.
Absolutely, it's not the same wood as the original '58, which was Corinna.
Corinna, the very light,
like a very light type of mahogany. Not even mahogany, it's something different. Yeah, but it's really, really light. Yeah. This is normal mahogany, but very light one. And it's perfectly sounding. Really good.
Okay, and then back to the Les Paul style guitars. We have so many guitars here in the room.
So we can't talk about each guitar for like 50 minutes.
We can.
we can, but okay. So what do I have next? Maybe what comes closest to the one that we were talking about when it comes to 59 Les Pauls.
Okay.
It's this one here.
Yeah.
I mean, I got many really cool guitars at home, old ones, new ones.
Yeah.
It's also something you can't not always say, like, you got to have an old guitar. There's so many good new guitars.
Yeah.
It just depends on what you are looking for.
Yeah. And if it's a good match for you with a particular guitar. If this is something I always...
Maybe it doesn't work for anybody else, but for me
if you find a guitar that talks to you and says, I'm your guitar, then simply buy it.
Maybe no one wants to drink this beer, but I love this beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Prost. And what is this? This is a Gibson R7 or what is it?
It's an R9.
R9.
It's an R9, and I found it at Thomann. I went there with my wife because she also played cello when she was younger, and she wanted to go to Thomann. We don't live far away from there; it's just a half an hour ride, and we said, like, let's go on a Saturday to Thomann and just walk around and take a look
and
see what is happening, but not with the idea to buy something. Really not.
Don't
not
go to shop.
Not at all.
Don't go to shop with.
Yeah, but you know, never touch the fire. And I went up there to this, let's say, custom shop.
Yeah, I know that place. Upstairs.
And I was looking around. I said, like, no, okay. And then I saw this guitar. I thought, like, it looks good. It's got that, how to say, that kind of tiger stripes that I like. Yeah. But I said, like, no, I got enough guitars, and said, but try it. Let's try it. And I took this guitar and played 1 or 2 chords. Said, like, oh wow, can you give me an amplifier? I said, I got to have that guitar. And this is it comes very close to one of Jörg Tandler.
Yeah.
But it's a little, how to say, it's a little more rock and roll. You could, even when you don't use an amplifier,
There's
Yeah?
a little bit nasty, already.
It's got a very special mids.
Yeah.
Like when you turn it up when playing A, it's like.
Yeah.
You don't have it often on guitars.
Yeah.
And I took this guitar. I don't know what amplifier it was. Some kind of, let's say, modern vintage amp, and I gotta have it. Yeah. And this is really cool guitar, but it's a little different to the one of Jörg Tandler. It's a little more nasty. It's got less bass, a little more treble, different kind of treble, not more treble. But the whole frequency band is a little shifted.
Yeah, to more aggression.
To more aggression, yeah. And this one is perfectly working for rock and roll stuff. Yeah.
Let me
Really
play,
cool guitar.
Let me play the A chord.
You will like it because I know you're.
Yeah. It has that snappiness, you know.
Yeah. On many of the old songs of the first records, he used the Les Paul.
Yeah.
And this, and then I'm a big Van Halen fan, and this guitar has got these certain mids. When you take an old plexi and then turn on the bass with an EQ, and
You get
everybody
there, yeah.
now knows how to do it.
Yeah, the
and then
brown sound.
Yeah, the brown sound, and then crank it up. And with a guitar like this, with that kind of frequencies, then you get the sound.
Yeah.
No, this is.
Cool. We have more.
Very nasty Les Paul,
Yeah.
but I love it.
Okay,
Yeah.
next.
Let's come to the next one.
Yeah, just to hear different Les Pauls because
One that I still got. This is interesting because this is the original version of yours. Yeah. With a big headstock, so it's like half a year later. It's late 68, 69.
Yeah.
But so
not
the guitar that
converted.
you not converted. So the guitar you have is like the converted version of this one here.
Of what you have. So yeah. This guitar was was something like this with like the P90s and
exactly.
Yeah.
This was a reissue back then in 68, 69, where they still did these one-piece bodies, not the sandwich bodies of the Deluxe models, and with, let's say, very good wood. And these guitars have been really great, and they were also taking care of using very good wood for this series. And this is the original version with the original P90s. I bought it a few years ago.
Yeah.
And it's got the special mids, this dry bass, and this typical P90 sound. The same when it comes to the P90s, to the Mini-Humbuckers. These P90s, they're sounding different, but this kind of frequencies that you sometimes have too much in a Les Paul for heavy sounds. It works perfectly with the P90.
Yeah,
it's maybe the most rock and roll pickup
for Les Paul. Yeah, and it's a single coil, but it's using the materials that has also been used on the humbuckers. And therefore
same kind of wire and a very wide space.
So there's some similarities, but still there's a difference of that. And can I have one chord on it?
Yeah.
I want. Yeah.
on the neck pickup, it's everything is there with the even with the drop D.
Nice.
Yeah. I just got a little, let's say, mark here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been thinking about to maybe give it to Schindehütte, for example.
Yeah. Matthias Schindehütte did my paint job.
Yeah.
He is the expert when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So
this is also a guitar that it's also always a matter of taste. During these years, they made these kind of, let's say, fretless wonder guitars with very, very flat.
I have to replace them with decent frets, otherwise I have no fun.
Yeah, this one is working for me, but when it comes to bending strings, playing is okay, but bending strings not so funny.
Yeah, I know.
So, but I decided to leave the guitar like
because it's all original.
When it comes to the value, it doesn't matter that much anymore when you refret it.
Yeah.
But I want to
keep it original.
Yeah. Cool. Also the material, this is really nerdy, but also the material of the frets make a difference to the sound.
Yeah. I mean,
a few years ago they were talking about this, let's say, the stainless steel frets. But they're perfect. You never have to work them over. You can play them for ages, but they sound different.
I had stainless steel frets in my 61 Stratocaster, and even those were wearing out after 10 years.
Yeah, depending on how you. I'm a big, let's say, a very heavy player. And
now I'm back on Dunlop 6105s.
6105,
yeah. That's my personal
perfect medium.
Medium, but a little bit higher, a bit taller. Cool.
Yeah, nice guitar.
Yeah. So, and then we are looking into.
Let's go to, let's say,
more modern ones.
The modern ones, yeah.
So basically, what is the difference when we? Or first, what is we have some issues with the vintage guitars. One is the tuning issue. When we try to tune up for the song, like oh.
I mean, guys, imagine when we met here, and we already know where we want to discuss about, and then we said, okay, I will bring these guitars and that guitar, and I even left two of them at home because I forgot them. So I just now brought here like 6 guitars and I wanted to bring 8.
Yeah.
For God's sake, I left them at home. But
at home. You didn't leave them on the street.
No, for God's sake, not.
Yeah.
No, but when it comes to Les Pauls, they have. Let's take an old one to see that, because it's the same with all of them.
Yeah.
One thing is, aside from the sound, that they have some construction things. I wouldn't call them issues, but
they become issues when it's not ideal.
Yeah.
They're a little bit delicate to deal with.
Yeah. This one even more, because it's got a big headstock, and the
tuners move outwards.
Move outwards even more than on a small headstock.
So what happens here is that the string is bent downwards, which it needs to be, otherwise
it needs to be like that.
Yeah. And then also sideways.
Yeah.
And that's a critical thing, because there is a lot of string tension.
Let's maybe show it to the people so everybody can see that.
In the nut. So the string goes from here, and then it goes down and sideways.
Yeah.
And that's a lot of pressure into that little nut here.
Yeah.
And then you do the bend, and then this the string tension gets higher on this end.
Yeah.
And if there's anything not perfectly in shape,
it's never perfect.
Yeah.
You can make it close to okay.
Yeah.
With like I do it with the pencil.
Yeah.
A real pencil.
Yeah.
A very, very soft pencil also makes a difference.
Yeah.
I use soft pencil. It looks shitty.
Graphite.
It looks shitty because it's always like white and black here.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody never cleaned up the guitar, but
like
it works. It works because it's no problem for the E string. The E string is close to straight. Also the high E string.
Yeah.
B string is still okay. A string, okay. It also makes a difference if you have a wire. on the string. If you have a plain string,
Yeah.
or if you have a wired string.
Yeah.
Because of course a wired string always has more
Friction. Because
friction
yeah,
in the saddle
yeah,
than a plain string.
Yeah.
But even the plain G string, and this is always the problem, the
always out
D
of
string and the G string are always out of tune.
Yeah.
You bend it, then it's too low, then you tune it, then it's fine, and then you don't play it for like 5 seconds.
And then it goes up.
It's way too
sharp.
high.
It's sharp.
So
Yeah.
working with a guitar like this in the studio can be a pain in the ass.
Yes.
If you don't know how to work with it.
Yeah.
And it's also depending on how the saddle is manufactured,
Yeah.
is
And-
cut.
and-
It makes a big difference for guitar builders and pros who work on a saddle. How a saddle has to be filed.
Yeah.
Also the ankle
Yeah.
of the saddle, also of these bridges here, doesn't make a big difference.
Yeah.
And good guitar builders, good luthiers, they know how to do it.
Yeah.
But graphite always helps a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't make it perfect, but it works. Yeah.
So that's one of the obstacles with the original vintage design.
Right.
So, and when we look, for instance, at Jörg Tandler's, you can see that the strings are going
Exactly.
rather straight.
Exactly. That's what he did. I mean, Jörg Tandler, he's known for doing, let's say, vintage style guitars as Les Pauls and Strats and also some Tellys. But he did a few changes. Not so many changes. He really stick to the original 59 specs,
to
the wheel specs, from the glue to the wood to everything.
Yeah.
But he changed something that is really important. It's the style of the strings of the ankle here of the tuners.
Yeah.
So as you can see, it's the same like many other guitar builders did it. Like P.A.F.s, Paul Smith, he did it I think first. Really first, as far as I know, to really set these tuners the way that every string goes nearly straight through the saddle, and this makes something with the tuning, of course, but also with the sound. It does something to the sound when the string doesn't have a high ankle and then to the left or to the right. Yeah. So. He maybe got that idea from P.A.F.s.
Yeah.
And it really makes sense.
Martin Müller is asking if you are...
Martin Miller? Ah.
Martin Müller. No, Martin Müller.
Ah, Martin Müller. Okay.
Yeah.
You never know.
Is asking Macman for the locals, by the way. He's a nice guy. And he was borrowing me one of the Flying Vs. If you are playing stainless steel frets, or what frets are you playing?
Okay. I'm using, let's say, normal mixed frets of nickel and I don't know the exact...
Yeah, whatever. Melange.
I don't...
Mixture.
But let's say the normal...
fret wires.
Fret wires.
Yeah.
But also, I also know from guitar builders, not only Jörg Tandler, also... Shindu told me about that the material is getting worse. During the last years. Not only because it's getting softer. I have to change frets more often, and I have to go to the guitar builder more often to not only refret but to plane the frets to make them work again. And the material has been different a few years ago. It has changed.
Unfortunately.
But I use the normal material. But I understand what he means when he's saying it depends on what kind of strings you use on these stainless steel frets. When you use, when you have stainless steel frets and you use, for example, pure nickel strings.
Makes sense, because the nickels...
Makes sense.
The
pure nickel has less highs, way darker.
And then you have the brighter frets, and that kind of balances it out.
Absolutely, but never use like GHS with
stainless steel.
Stainless steel, you know. Your ears will bleed. At least at the first day. Second day will maybe work.
You can play the strings a little bit longer. And somebody is asking how you came to the Nex Guitars, Peter Wolf story, and
that's a long story. Let's try to make it short. In the mid 2000s, 2005, 2006, I got to know Peter Wolf on the music fair in Frankfurt back then, and he was still working for Paul Smith.
Yeah.
He was the main brand manager of Paul Smith.
Right.
And he saw me and some other guys on a show in Frankfurt, and we had a long chat about guitars and everything. And then he was asking me, are you interested in playing a P.A.F.s guitar? And I said like, yes, because I really like these guitars. Everything else would be a lie. And because they really make great guitars. It's the same thing, what we can maybe talk about a little later. When you have these vintage guitars as Les Pauls, they have certain qualities, a very special sound, but also some, let's say, weak spots. Some weak spots that you can maybe tweak here and there to make it different. Yeah. And Paul Smith was one of the first ones who, let's say, developed this double cut, let's say Les Paul style guitar. Better to play, a nice switch from the neck to the body, and many other things. This kind of headstock we've been talking about, this small headstock with a very straight ankle for the strings, and of course Santana loved these guitars. That's the main reason why he got so much attention in the beginning. But these guitars were really great, and I played one for many years. And then Peter Wolf left P.A.F.s, I think like 2009 or 2010, and we met again I think in 2011 or 2010 on the music fair. We said like, we've decided to make our own brand with a main guitar builder of the let's say custom shop of P.A.F.s. Joe Nex was just doing the very special custom shop things, and he went with Peter Wolf from the company to decide to make an own company called the Nex Guitars, and had their own design and their own models. And I can remember during that time I was working with the FGN, what is Fujigen, who also did these JV series in the early 80s, and
killer guitars.
Great guitars, great guitars. And I met Peter Wolf again and took these guitars and I was like, wow, each and every one of them, even acoustic guitars, every guitar was like, wow, perfect in every way. And then later, 2 years ago, when I decided to switch from Fujigen back to other guitars.
The Nick Huber, we also have.
Yeah, we still got a Nick Huber here. I called Peter Wolf to endorse and to play these guitars. I said like, no, I'm connected to Fujigen. I'm not this kind of guy who's, let's say, every week asking everybody for like 10 guitars. I'm not that kind of guy. And I called him, and we always have been in contact during the years. And I called him and said like, would you be interested to have me as one of your guitar players? And he said like, of course, yes. And this is the first guitar that I picked up at session music. Not session music. How's it called? The store back in down in Allgäu.
Station music.
Station music. I always mix it up. I'm sorry.
Session music.
I didn't say anything.
Okay, no, I can clarify.
Session. Not session is in Frankfurt.
Frankfurt or in near the SAP building, Waldorf.
They
have two shops.
Yeah.
And
station music is in Jettingen. And Jettingen is like South Germany. We call it Allgäu.
Close to Munich
close to Munich. And he told me like go to this shop, and because I knew what I wanted to have, what kind of guitar, and I said like, if I want to have a guitar, then I want to play this Kenai, which is, let's say, their modern version of a Les Paul, or let's say a single cut, how's it normally called, when it comes to the design of the guitar. And he said like, check them out and take the guitar where you feel best with.
Right.
And I checked like, I don't know, 20 guitars. I spent there like, I don't know, 6 hours or so, nerving the sellers.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then I found this guitar. I was like, yeah, this one has got somehow everything that I'm looking for in a perfectly balanced single cut guitar. I modified some small things that are not, how to say, not that important. But we've been talking about. I changed the tailpiece from a die-cast tailpiece to an aluminum tailpiece, and I changed the bridge pickup from this. I think they're called Humbucker from Seymour Duncan, the ones that the guitar player uses, who's working for Knaggs for a long time. Great guitar player, American guitar player. And I just changed that one to a Häusel, and this one works perfectly for me. Sound that rock and roll as the Les Paul we had from Gibson, but for me as an all-round guitar, this one is working perfectly. The only thing that I changed beside the tailpiece is that I made a so-called partial coil split. So I have the normal humbuckers here, and it's a push button,
and then
in a certain way there's a
one
little
coil, there's a resistor added.
Yeah. And this makes a difference. So it's not a full coil split, but normally doesn't work really good for pickups that don't have that much output. Because this is also not a high output pickup. It's one of Häusel's pickups. It's got around like 10 kilo ohm. Due to the different kind of wire he uses and the material, but it's still puff sounding. But when you normally split these pickups full, they sound harsh, thin. Doesn't really work.
Thin,
On the neck, maybe okay, but
on the bridge,
not really. Doesn't really. And this one works here because this is the full. Let's say parts of this coil it's still working. This one here, but just parts. It comes a little closer to, I don't know, something between a P90 and maybe a single coil. And especially on the neck pickup. These typical heights that you normally have with a single coil, This is perfectly working for you. Also in the middle. Tech that you normally that you most of the time need for funk things and many other things.
And
this is a perfect all-round guitar.
And it's a great volume balance. It's not like no
exactly
output.
That's what I mean.
It really matches all the settings, so it's very.
I mean,
very
when you play with a let's say lots of gain and lots of sag and it maybe can work with a full split, but when you play clean or like with this vintage sound, I'm still here in the vintage mode. No high gain, it doesn't work at all. When you split them completely. I know that I think Seymour Duncan, I had this one at home. He did one pickup, I don't know the name of it, but he used the one coil of a normal SH1. As the front coil, and as the back coil he used one of this more high output pickups, like that comes close to SH6 distortion, this kind of way. And he mixed it.
Yeah. I know that this is a great way to balance out the almost single coil positions.
Yeah. By the way, this bridge pickup doesn't have similar coils.
Yeah.
This one is especially built by Häusel.
Yeah.
This one, the bridge coil has got a little more winding than the
other coil.
The other coil.
Yeah.
Front coil. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So this is your main workhorse.
This is my main workhorse.
Yeah.
And I still got one more Nex, and maybe we can show some pictures, because for me it's always interesting, because this is one that I picked up in a shop out of, let's say, 20 existing guitars.
Yeah.
Where I said, like, I take this one.
Yeah.
And later on, I asked Peter Wolf if it's possible to build one guitar for me with the exact, let's say, specs that I want to have, with a very special color. This, let's say, this gray burst, black burst, or charcoal. Yeah,
I call this Katzenburst.
Katzenburst, yeah. Metal burst.
It looks like a cat with the flurry.
Yeah, I got a cat that is maybe not that much different than this one.
Okay.
Yeah, really. Yeah, it's like brown, gray, black. Yeah. A Maine Coon. Yeah. Nice guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's, for me, it's always, as a musician, as a music lover and a lover of instruments, it's always interesting to somehow be part of the building process of an instrument. So I can remember when Jörg built this Les Paul, I visited him for like 2 or 3 times to just see how far he is.
Progress, is this done?
Is this still in shape? And
and with Jörg, it takes a year, sometimes longer.
If you're a lucky guy. Yeah.
I've been there too, but it's worth the wait.
Absolutely.
Because this guy knows what he's doing, and he's doing it his style, but you have to accept it. And the results make you happy for a very, very long time. So,
maybe for a lifetime.
Yeah.
Same with the. I know this Stratocaster that I have, this baby blue one you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's really the first one that he did with Morgain. It's got number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hashtag number 1.
Unbelievable.
So it's really, and it's a perfect Stratocaster. I still play it since I don't know, more than
1990, early 90s. Yeah.
So it's a long time ago.
Yeah. So who's this gentleman?
This is Joe Nex. He's, let's say, the main guitar builder and the boss of the manufacturing of that company. And he, when it came to this guitar, I of course talked to Peter Wolf what kind of guitar I wanted to have, depending on the color and everything, pickups. But when it comes to the woods, he said, like, call Joe. Yeah, and because for me it was very important to discuss the neck shape, and to discuss the weight of the wood. Mm-hmm. He prefers more light woods than I do, and we found like a compromise in the middle.
In the
because
discussion,
I like light Les Pauls, but I don't like them to be too
light. I
when they're too light. I don't want to have a Telecaster.
Yeah.
When I want to have a guitar that sounds like a Telecaster,
then you get a
then I take a Telecaster, but not a Les Paul.
Yeah.
And we also talked about this bridge, because this bridge is different than this, let's say, vintage bridge construction.
Yeah.
This vintage bridge construction, you have this bridge separate, and you have the tailpiece with the screws separate.
Classic style.
Classic style.
And he has
he changed it to put it into one part.
Yeah.
To screw it down to the body, the full part, and this front part of this, let's say, bridge system, bridge tailpiece system, then contains this bridge. And it makes a difference in the sound. Really makes
sure.
Because we've been talking about that strings start to ring or start to vibrate here. It's wrong, because they start here, the same like here.
Yeah. Listen
like,
to Van Halen.
I just want to say that, running with the devil,
Yeah.
This way, and this makes a big difference. Also, when we've been talking about the height of the tailpiece, how the string vibrates here, how the pressure is on the saddle, and many things. And he developed this bridge to create a little more ring, how you said, in this part of the guitar.
Okay.
And it really makes a difference. You have more, it sounds more aggressive, but in a good way.
I have...
Sounds more aggressive, but in a good way, with very much harmonics.
I have experimented with this also a lot, and I had, I was trying this setting, higher, lower, and there comes the moment where
it depends on if it's winter or summer. It's no joke. Depends on the moisture of the air and many other things. How you have to set up your guitar.
Okay, I still like my guitar. There's nothing
wrong.
This
one is a really good one.
Yeah.
So in case you want to sell this one and this one, just give me a call.
Oliver is buying them all.
It's a little, I don't know, 1/8 Jew in me. I don't know. I can't turn it off. This is a very nice guitar. We should talk about when it comes to, let's say, this design that started maybe with the P.A.F.s, and then many guitar builders adopted that. Also, when it comes to the woods and this high glossy 10-top tiger flamed tops and many other things, and one guitar builder that we should maybe mention
is Nick Huber.
Yeah. He learned a lot from P.A.F.s. From Paul B. Smith, and then he started his own company back in the day. And he's normally well known for let's say, very high-priced,
high-end
very
guitars.
Great-looking, good-sounding guitars.
Here's my story with Nick Huber. Last year at the NAMM show, I was booking the apartment for BluGuitar, Nick Huber, and Klopman. And guess what? We became friends, and we do it again.
Yeah.
So Nick
a great trio party.
Yeah, absolutely. No, so
Nick is a great guy.
Nick is a great guy. The whole company. I love
all these guys.
All these guys. Andreas, Nick, myself. We hang out and we do a lot of after show fun for ourselves, which is so cool.
It's as you say, it's important. It's not always just the business.
It is the people.
It is the people. You have to feel good with them. You got to have a connection, and this is the most important thing.
Yeah, and this is the Krautster.
Right.
So
and
it's a German name for the guys who everybody knows Kraut because we are Krauts. we play for Krauts and we eat.
That's
Krauts.
how you call us. I know.
Yeah.
But you got your name too. You know that. Okay. And this is very interesting because Nick was always very well known for these, let's say, high glossy, good-looking, great guitars, and of course it's also a question of let's say value for buying woods and many other things.
Yeah.
And he just wanted to do a guitar that is, let's say, more, I don't know, down to the ground, more rock and roll, more basic, more Volkswagen, but still great sounding. And with all the things you got to have in a guitar to make it sound good. Mm-hmm. And I remember it was in 2009. I was at the music fair in Frankfurt, and it was the first year where he had these Krautsters. Mm-hmm. Also in this white color with a black pickguard. Mm-hmm. But this pickup was missing. The first ones he did was just this really rock and roll guitar, as let's say this one here.
Yeah, but with a humbucker instead. This is a P90.
Yeah, this is a P90, but this is rock and roll.
Yeah, sure.
and when you do it like this is rock and roll too, and it makes sense.
Yeah,
but I tried the guitar that he had there. And I said, like, it's great because it's got everything, like mahogany body. It doesn't have a maple top. It's a full mahogany body, but it's got, as we've been talking about,
nice neck,
with the Gibson late 70s guitars.
Yeah.
It's got a maple neck, and this is it's got a little different neck ankle than the typical Les Paul, and it's got a different construction here when it comes to the body neck connection. Yeah. As you can see this here, this is reshaped.
Yeah.
So there is way
Carved
more space
out.
for the hand when it comes down here, especially when you play the low strings.
I don't do that, but if you want to,
I normally don't do that too, but if you want to, if you want to do this kind of, let's say, 80s things, then it doesn't work on Les Paul. It simply doesn't work. Because you have to stop here, then here's the neck, and it doesn't work. Or you have like hands as Paul Gilbert. He can do it.
Yeah, Paul can do anything.
He's got his extra.
Remember when we played with him? I had this Paul Gilbert moment where I tried to explain him. We play with the help of my friends. You were singing, and I said, "Okay, man, and I have a band. It's called Rock Anarchy. Let's do some Anarchy." And he goes, "Okay, right." And then what are we doing? Just follow me. I give you a sign. I will change the meter. We go from 6 8 into 4 and back, and he goes, okay. Yeah. Paul Gilbert can do anything.
Very cool guy.
Yeah. Was so cool.
I can remember that before that show, we had a small chat about something he played in the late 80s, where I was still a kid practicing
his
like
licks.
hell. His licks, And there was one, let's say, solo that was opening up his first record with Racer X.
Yeah.
And I still can't play it. He showed it to me.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that he said that he changed his way of picking, and he can't play it anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
because he changed his way of holding picks, but he showed me how he played it.
Yeah.
And then I would never thought that he played like this. Yeah. And I was practicing at home, and then I gave up. Yeah.
Same here.
But anyway, this is a really cool guitar, and back then it just had this one humbucker pickup on the bridge, and this very it also does something to the sound if you have this one piece bridge only construction, because there's nothing in between. It's just the screws, the bridge, and nothing else. It does something to the sound. Yeah, and I remember that back then I said, like, I want to have such a guitar, but can you? It's the same discussion. Can you put a P90 to the neck?
To the neck, yeah.
Not a humbucker, a P90, because the P90 is a little more narrow of its frequencies when it comes to the bass.
Yeah,
so you got a perfect match when it comes to both pickups when you switch from bridge to neck, and also the middle position's got something very special. And these pickups are also from Häusel.
Yeah.
And I also have the same
tap
thing
coil
here. Yeah, this is I have a tap coil for the P90.
Okay.
And so it's just like the winding is reduced.
Fewer windings.
Yeah, fewer windings. And with this one, it's a full coil split.
Okay.
For the bridge pickup. But this one has got a little more output, so this works. Yeah. Let's tune it first.
And this is even straight, but the guitar was not tuned at all,
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah. It's got this rock and roll thing,
Aggression
and ring, a lot of ring in the tone. But not these, let's say, highs where you say like,
it's a Telecaster.
Everything is in its place.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, like a Telecaster thing. With this bridge pickup, this full split works.
Yeah.
P90. Just a little less output, little more attack. It's a perfect guitar. Yeah, and it's really light. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's got a very nice neck with these flames.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
It's a fast guitar.
Totally fast. Also due to the, of course, great construction, great wood, and great craftsmanship, but also due to this bridge.
Yeah.
It's very easy to play.
Nice.
Yeah. Very nice guitar.
Krautster 2. Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, do you have any questions about
Food? No.
Yeah. Well, you need some food. That's. But we can also discuss food.
When it comes to food, yeah. We would sit here tomorrow still.
Yeah. Okay, what's going on in the chat?
String height, yeah, very important thing.
Of course, but is there a rule that you use, or how do you set up the guitars? I always try out, and certain guitars, it's the neck straight, how much, and then I adjust, and then it feels right, or it feels sloppy, or too slow, or it's a thing.
Depends on so many things.
Yeah.
Depends on, as you say, this ankle.
Yeah.
Of bridge tailpiece, this ankle, and also of the headstock.
Yeah.
And it depends on the frets themselves, the neck measures, and the neck how to say how the neck feels. If it's many things, but the string height itself always varies depending on the guitar itself. I had guitars that had a certain kind of, let's say, resonance frequencies here and there. They didn't work with a low setting. They didn't work at all. For example, I have one really great guitar of F.G. Annan at home, this Relic series they did a few years ago. Also a Goldtop. I modified many things also at Schinderhütte, the same things that we have been talking about. Now I know the exact word for these, let's say these studs that you use for the main screws for the tailpiece. They're called bushings.
Bushings. Okay.
I changed them at Schinderhütte to real fat metal bushings with metal screws, stainless steel. I changed the bridge. I used an old bridge, the same as you did for this guitar. Yeah. And at a certain point I said, like, wow, what a great guitar. Yeah. But it still had these, let's say, frequencies where you didn't feel right when you set the strings very low. So I had to put them a little higher to make the guitar sound good. Especially on the high strings like G string and B string. This big. You can't explain it. And other guitars, for example, this one here.
Has a super low action or low.
Super low action, as it has a very fat neck.
Yeah.
Super straight neck. It's like bang.
And it makes sense.
And it works. Yeah. And it's very low. It's got high frets.
Yeah.
But a very low string setting, and it works.
Yeah. So this is, you have to get a feel for it. It's like cooking food. We are talking food. Yeah. It's like you have to find out.
Never mix up salt and pepper.
Yeah.
Always know what is like brown and white.
Yeah. But you have to get a feel for how much salt you are using.
Yeah.
If the whatever meat or fish or whatever you're cooking is like has already some taste, and then you just know you don't put that much on it, and other things are a bit boring. They need a bit more spice.
Yeah.
And what strings and cables do you use?
I used many strings during the last decades, but for me now, Ernie Ball are always working perfectly. I never had these kind of, let's say, bad strings. Yeah. And when it comes to Stratocasters, I still use the Super Bullets of Fender.
Ah, Fender, yeah.
Because when it comes to especially floating tremolos, I found out in the earlier days, I was soldering the ball ends. Yeah.
So they
nerd
would,
stuff.
yeah.
Nerd stuff.
Yeah.
But it was working because especially for G strings and A strings, the strings with a less tension.
Yeah.
Yeah. They always make problems when it comes to bending strings, using the tremolo, always the same shit.
Yeah.
It's not that much different on the Les Paul. It's got something to do with the ankle, and also with the tension of the string.
Yeah.
And I started to use one day per week to solder my strings, and then I really later I found out that super bullets really make sense because they don't have this wiring in the end. They just have this bullet, and everything else is like not plain, but not with this big wire in the end. And you have this bullet that is in the block of the tremolo, and it's like it's really fitting. It's really tight.
This connects the end. It connects to the metal of the block.
You don't have all these tuning problems that I normally have with these, especially vintage tremolos.
Yeah.
It's a little better with these, let's say, old style vintage Wilkinsons that I also use. The VH, what is it? VH100?
Oh, don't ask me.
Whatever. I have it on this very first Morgain guitar of Jörg Tandler, where he still called his guitars Morgain.
Yeah.
A perfectly working tremolo, but still, when you use these strings for real vintage tremolos, it does make a difference. Your guitar stays in tune.
For me, it's also one, to kind of sum the whole thing up is you have all these parameters that you can access through strings, through setting, through frets. And you have to learn a little bit about what is giving you what kind of effect.
Yeah.
And then it's like cooking the meal is like, okay, what? So, it's hard to say there's only one rule. It's based on experience. Of course, there are rules. And the more you learn yourself about it, the more you yourself can do the perfect setup for you. If you have a guitar guy that understands you, like, somebody, a luthier that knows what... Or when I see people with amplifiers, it's the same thing. I know I would rather have the mids on wherever 4 only for this guy, and this guy needs a little bit more. And
it's also a matter of what you get used to over the years. I know many guitar players that I heard that play with tons of mids, and they somehow
work.
Huh? Yeah, it works. It works because it cuts through.
Yeah.
But it's a way that you got used to it with your amplifiers.
Yeah.
And how you what you like, and then you maybe you learn something about the mids and you turn them up and say, a little more.
Yeah.
Over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with guitars.
Yeah.
If you have your guitar set up like this 4 years ago, maybe it wouldn't have worked for you. Now, the way you play, the way you feel, the whatever,
it's different.
Now it works for you.
Yeah. Okay, last question from this chat. Do you agree that P.A.F.s gear, which is mostly brass, makes the guitar more musical? All the authentic gear is steel instead? Thoughts?
Depending on the model. It's really, when it comes to the P.A.F.s, I have a P.A.F.s CE22, which is this typical construction of it's not a glued-in neck. It's a bolt-on neck.
Yeah,
it's glued-on neck. But with it's a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard, mahogany body, and a maple top. And when you look at these guitars, they are way thinner than a Les Paul.
Of course, yeah.
So the whole resonance
changes
completely.
Absolutely, yeah.
The same when you take a Les Paul guitar and then take an SG.
Yeah,
this is two different worlds.
Yeah. This is SG. It's like nothing.
Yeah.
Thin.
Yeah, but it's great. So
different.
Yeah,
I mean,
different.
there is some there's something about
There's something about why these guitars, for example, work especially great with these old amplifiers that don't like too much bass and low mids. They work perfectly. You can just turn them up and it works.
And go and work.
And nothing will break in. And
Well, so that's about the guitars. I want to revisit the German club scene. We have been talking a little bit about, venues in Germany, and when we think about where we are playing, we are lucky that we still have a club scene. I mean, this is a list that we just came up before we started this. This is why we were so late, by the way. It was only working on this.
We did it like 5 minutes before the show, but we needed 20 minutes. There's a few things we simply mentioned. That Kolossal Aschaffenburg. Aschaffenburg is somewhere on the A3. Yeah, it's in between of Frankfurt and Würzburg.
On that motorway is Aschaffenburg, and it's a historical great place. The Tubes played there, we played there, you play there all the time, and
they started in the late 70s, early 80s as Klimperkasten, a small place just beside the Kolossal. The Kolossal, during that time wasn't even existing. They started with this Klimperkasten as real music fans, real music lovers. These guys. And
it's still
over the years it went up, and then they started to make the Kolossal, and this is the place where all bands and artists come every day from every part of the world, no matter what kind of music it is. It goes from jazz, blues, rock, pop,
but it's
art,
always
rock,
quality,
metal. It's always quality. It's never shit.
Klaus Berninger.
It's Klaus Berninger, the owner, who really is very keen on keeping his club clean. How to say, and to have always have a certain quality. And he still has this stamp in his magazine that he brings out every month. That is called and it's called For Real Music Lovers. So he always does. Besides, let's say, the stuff that everybody wants to hear, he always has like 3 to 4 concerts each month where he has like, this is for real music lovers, and I don't care if there are just 20 people coming or 40 people coming, but there are music lovers out there, and they get the stamp, and I want you to come to join this concert.
So it's a great place. In Augsburg, there's the Spectrum.
Same kind of great club in let's say southern Germany.
Then there is Worpswede, which is close to Bremen, the music hall.
This is very special.
That's super special again. The toilet is the magic place.
You have to see the toilet. It's painted full of cocks and tits, and it's just the truth. And there are dildos in the ground and everything. It's very special. And as far as I know, the band Nazareth made a cover of that toilet a few years ago. Not a few years ago, maybe like 20 years ago. They played there, made a photo, and said like, this would be the cover. And it's also a very special club because it's in the northern part of Germany, close to Bremen, and
it's a village.
It's a village
for artists.
For artists,
the whole place is just artists, painters, and musicians,
woodworkers, painters, musicians, everything.
And that spirit lives there. It's
absolutely, and that's why they founded this club. It's really a what is called Verein.
Club.
A club, it's a club.
Fine.
The club is founded by a club, a very special club of people who take care or hold up high art and other things, and they founded this club. And from the very first day, there were all kinds of bands playing, and also very arty things, and very famous German singer-songwriters, the Stoppock. He's always playing there. It's one of his maybe most beloved places.
Well, he fits there perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I played with him not too long ago in Hamburg, and Dumpfbacke.
I love this album.
I love
Happy
this.
End at La La Land.
Happy End in La La Land. No, so good. Weichheit in Abführen. Okay.
Wille Röhrenbruch.
Harmonie Bonn is known from the Rock Palast. Is also that's the place where we both will play.
Yeah, this is the place where you, when you come from Germany and when you're not too close from, let's say, Dortmund, Cologne, this area.
We want to see you in Bonn.
On 30th of October.
Which
was this concert.
Bonn used to be the capital of Germany when there was East and West Germany.
Yeah, that's right.
On the news it was always Bonn.
Yeah,
Bonn.
Yeah. The younger generation know, of course, Berlin as the main, as the capital city of Germany. But the decades before has been Bonn. And as you said, the history of Harmonie Bonn is something special because in the earliest days of the, let's say, late 70s, 80s, 90s, they were doing lots of TV shows there called Rock Palast.
Yeah. Which
and it was shown on the TV many times. Great concerts of many well-known bands, and everybody was playing there.
Okay, then there's the Rex in Bensheim.
Yeah,
used to be in Lorsch. Where the Kloster, what is
Kloster
it?
Lorsch.
Yeah, what is the English word for cloister? Monastery.
Monastery.
Yeah.
Right.
Lorsch. I played there, and it was cool. Hirsch, Nürnberg is another classic.
Classic club for, let's say, little heavier music.
Yeah.
Rock, hard rock, metal.
That brings me to Fürth.
Nürnberg.
I always play Fürth Kofferfabrik.
Kofferfabrik,
which will be also again in November. Meißen-Frei Bremen, we are back in the north.
This very cool club too.
In Stuttgart there are a few clubs, Laboratorium, Röhre, and I always play Bodnang. Bodnang is a suburb of, and there's a club of music lovers again, and it's always so funny when the lady calls me Astrid with a local accent. Herr Blue, kommen Sie wieder? I can't really do it, but it's like.
But that's we've been talking about that. Maybe the most important thing besides the music itself
is the
people.
Yeah.
And you when you're a little, let's say, experienced, you feel close right away that when people are really music lovers, that they're if they are into something, what they're doing or not.
Yeah.
And this is very important thing.
Yeah. There's so many clubs. Piano in Dortmund.
We were playing there too on the release date of the album. It's coming out on the 19th of September.
See, I played there with Bluegrass Hendrix once a long time ago. Logo, Quasimodo Berlin, too far for me, too risky, because Berlin is, there's too many things going on. And for
very
me,
difficult city.
So
like every night there are like, I don't know, 100 events for everything. One thing to the logo. This is a very
Hamburg.
Hamburg is a very difficult city. Also.
Yeah, because a big city.
Big city, but a very cool city. And the logo is a very special club that it's got like, I don't know, 40, 50 years of history.
Yeah.
And when you go in there, everything is like painted black for the 20th time in the backstage, and it's got one was heißt
column in the middle.
A column in the middle of the stage.
That. Yeah,
it's like the singer has always to look where he stands, but it's really
it's history.
It's cult.
It's history.
It's history, and it's a cool club, and I think every band should have been there in their career.
I usually played the Downtown Blues Club. But anyway, Blues Garage Isernhagen, we both played there.
Same very special club, very special owner.
Yeah, I had my issues with him.
They always have great acts.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a great menu. The guy, what's his name? Henry, yeah, exactly. Henry, if you listen to us.
Book us.
Okay. Duxal is close to us here. Freudenburg is a classic. Fabrik in Cologne. I usually play live Proberaum in Zülpich, which is a smaller little town or village. It's bigger than a village, which is close to Cologne. which again has no big competition. It's close to Cologne, so if people want to come there, they come even from Cologne, but you have the locals there, and you have totally music lovers. Kamgan, Kaiserslautern, I will play there pretty soon.
Very cool club. I will play there with a Pink Floyd tribute that I still have. It's called P.A.F.s, the best of Pink Floyd. We play there in January, but not with this electric, normal, standard tribute show. We play there with the acoustic tour that is also including, let's say, it's an unplugged concept of Pink Floyd, but with the string ensemble from Prague.
Wow.
We do this since years, and I invented this thing for my ex-band called Echoes, and since we split up, now it's called P.A.F.s, with like 90% of let's see, the ex-musicians of Echoes, and we still do that thing with a string ensemble from Prague. It's something very special, and we play there in the Kamgan for the very first time.
Nice, nice. I will play that. Look at my website, Capitol Mannheim. Well, I'm in Mannheim at the Guitar Summit on the Saturday.
Another place where we play with this unplugged tour. It's called Acoustic Side of the Moon. Keep that in mind. It's a full tour in January, and if you're living in Germany, we play all over Germany. Take a look. This might be something for real music lovers.
Backstage Munich, it's also a classic.
Classic club.
I play sometimes the Village in Harbach, which is again, it's very small, but it's again super music lovers. Pumpwerk in Wilhelmshaven. There's a
also music lovers.
And I had a Pumpwerk in was it Hockenheim, which I will play very soon. Talking about the far north, I played the juke joint in Joldelund, which is all the way up north, close to the Danish border. Or again, a music lover, Gert's juke joint. There was a nice. He always calls us the guitar festival, and then there.
Joldelund Hörerbröt.
So
Jorgenson.
and then there's another one that I have in Gifhorn, which is a Braunschweig area, north, somewhere in the north, Kultbahnhof. I will give him a call on Friday morning.
I've never played there, but I heard about this club many times.
Again, a great music lover, also guitar player who manages the whole place. That helps. And then Krefeld, I have many gigs with Go Music and Martin Englin. There is the Jazz Keller, there is the Kulturrampe and things like that. Karlsruhe NCO Club, which are these old American airbase clubs. Or the U-Bass in Karlsruhe.
These NCO clubs are very important for the, let's say, German music scene. They started like after the Second World War, these typical NCO clubs for the armies, for the army guys, and they went there to hear their soul music, their jazz music, rock and roll.
We learned it
from them.
And I remember when I was a teenager, on my radio, I could hear AFM, American Forces, and there was like
same in Frankfurt where I come from,
and it's like I had it for AFM Kaiserslautern, Kaiserslautern. I couldn't speak any English, but the music was different from the German.
Somehow better than the stuff that was played on the German radio.
And that's
still. I couldn't say better, but during that time we said like, this is the cool music.
Was cool, and actually I like it still better.
Yeah, that's why I'm still doing what I do.
Yeah, same here. We all have
music.
to blame. We have to blame it on the American. Well,
you can't deny your roots.
So, hey, this was a very long episode. I'm sure we.
Are you still sleeping?
Hello, get up.
Are you still sleeping or already sleeping? You never know.
Well, for those who are still sleeping, get up.
Come on, wake up. It's time. Bye bye. Hello and bye. No.
Thanks, Ollie, for joining in. I think this was the fifth
time.
Thanks
for inviting me.
I'm really looking forward for the gigs and
Absolutely.
for our gig, our Bonn historical, whatever this will be.
I'm sure it's going to be fun.
It will be fun. I mean, it's great. And poor Markus Kuhlmann, I hope he will survive that night when he has to serve 2 bands.
Yeah, he already said like, oh yeah, I know they never play the same kind of versions. You never know what is happening. So like, you will do it. Yeah.
I know. I played with him, and he's, or we played with him. So I know that he is more like the organized guy, but I love to experience, improvise, and I will guide him through. It will be cool. I know, but hey, I'm looking forward for that evening. So
it's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. So guys, check out our websites for the gigs.
By the way, which are the websites? So your website is?
I have several. I have thomasblug.com and I have rockanarchy.com and de. I think so. Okay. But Hartmann.
My website is oliverhartmann.com. You will find me there on the website. You will find me on Facebook and on Instagram as Hartmann on Facebook and Oliver Hartmann Official on Instagram. And as we said, the album is coming out on the 19th of September. And of course, you can stream it, download it, or whatever, everywhere. But if you want to really have a CD and buy it, give me a second.
Yeah,
I forgot something.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I'll be back in a minute. Or a second.
A second, yeah.
A second.
So, for the musicians, it's actually good to have physical stuff, CDs, because you have something that you can take home, and then we actually make a little money out of that, and we don't make much money of streaming.
Yeah, this would be that's another reason why this album is called 20 Times Colder, but this would take another 4 hours to discuss that.
This is a different topic we don't want to moan the live stream tonight. And then we prepare the next one with this.
Yeah, we don't want to moan tonight about music business, but this is the album. Yeah. So you can already pre-order it in my shop at oliverhartmann.com. There's a shop included. You can buy it there. And this one is for you, then.
Oh, man, I have something for my car, because my car...
Yeah, of something for the beer.
Yeah, yeah, cheers. Yours is already empty. Super.
Yeah, I gotta say, we are a different kind of, let's say, generation. I just had an interview 2 days ago for a magazine where we have been talking about what the difference is about streaming music, about digital music, consuming music.
Yeah.
And to, as I grew
listen
up,
to records.
To listen to records,
LPs.
to have something, I don't know the right English word, haptical.
Yeah, physical.
Yeah? Physical in your hands, and to, especially when you get back to that vinyl. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one at the moment we don't have it as vinyl, but we're thinking about to have a small edition maybe during the next month. But it was somehow different to get a real album, a record, a vinyl record, and to open up the sleeve, and to watch the pictures, to take it and to put it on your
turntable.
On your turntable.
Actually, I have a vinyl.
And you had to stay there to listen to music. Of course, you always could put up the needle and go to the next song. It was more easy than listening to cassette tapes. Yeah,
this is vinyl.
This is vinyl.
It's pretty big. Yeah. So, but
this is vinyl. This is real vinyl.
But the vinyl is a ceremony. You put this on the turntable, and then you listen to the music, and you're not zapping through 10 seconds of this shredder and the next one, which is another thing of consuming music. It's also okay, I do this on my mobile phone, but sometimes listening to music.
Yeah, but to be honest, I hate people who switch songs like every 10 seconds. So like, give them a spin. Like, breathe in and breathe out, and if you really
Get the
due to your experience don't like a sound of a song or whatever right in the beginning, then skip it. But otherwise, give it a spin,
chance.
give it a chance.
Yeah.
And this is so much different when it comes to listening to vinyl records on a turntable, or when it comes to cassette tapes that I grew up with. It was, of course, it was also some kind of, let's say, copying things, but it was different. You were listening to a cassette tape, and if you wanted to hear the next song, you had to put forward like at least for like 20 or 30 seconds to go to the next song, and to find the right spot, and then go back, rewind, and forward, and some kind of different music experience. Listening to music is an experience, in my opinion,
and listening to music live even more. And that's something I have to state. We love, me as the musician, or we as musicians love our fans, because
of course.
When
we're not playing for ourselves.
Yeah, we do have fun with ourselves, but we
should have.
But it's like there's nothing better than people who actually get what you're doing. When they connect with what you're doing, this is rewarding for both sides.
Absolutely. And when you're happy with what you're doing, it's the same when I say like this album, like everybody's saying this is the best album that I ever did. But I really spent more than 3 years to write songs, to arrange songs, to go back into my hard disk history, to pick out old ideas from 5, 6, 7 years ago, and to put this all into one pot and take the best out of it. And this is, for me, what is important as a musician, to always have the aim to do the best you can. The best you can.
In that moment.
As you do it.
And it might change
it's
over the
just
years.
a small moment in time of your life, but where you say like, this is the best, or this is the way I want to do it now. And when it comes
statement.
And when it comes to playing live, you want to transport that feeling that these are the best songs that you can play.
Perform.
Your music, your personal music. People can like it, people can dislike it, but it's your personal music. And if you feel well with what you're doing, if you love what you're doing, then most of the people out there in front of the stage will recognize that and then will enjoy it.
Yeah.
And this is the very special thing about making music.
Hey man.
Hey.
This was the famous last words of this episode. we continue with a fresh beer upstairs.
Of course.
And we hope we see you guys out there on the tour when Oliver
Thanks for
plays.
watching and listening.
Okay. Hey, take care, guys, and thanks, Oliver Hartmann, the one and only. Ta-da! Bye-bye.
Bye.